Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has said that an agreement on U.S. security guarantees for his country is 100% ready to be signed after talks with Russia in Abu Dhabi. Speaking at a news conference in Vilnius, Lithuania, on Sunday, Zelenskyy said that Kyiv was ready to send the agreement to the US Congress and Ukrainian Parliament for ratification. For us, security guarantees are first and foremost guarantees of security from the United States. The document is 100% ready, and we are waiting for our partners to confirm the date and place when we will sign it, Zelenskyy said. The Ukrainian leader also emphasized Ukraine's push for European Union membership by 2027, calling it an economic security guarantee. Ukrainian and Russian negotiators met in the capital of the United Arab Emirates on Friday and Saturday to discuss Washington's framework for ending Moscow's almost four-year-old war. While no deal emerged from the talks, Moscow and Kyiv both said they were open to further dialogue, and more discussions were expected next Sunday in Abu Dhabi, a U.S. official told reporters immediately after the discussions.
This is CBNEWS. Subscribe to our channel for daily world news update. Stay tuned.
Zelenskyy described the talks as likely the first trilateral format in quite a long while that included not only diplomats, but military representatives from all three sides. The Ukrainian leader acknowledged fundamental differences between the Ukrainian and Russian positions, reaffirming territorial issues as a major sticking point. Russian President Vladimir Putin discussed a Ukraine settlement with U.S. President Donald Trump's envoys, Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, during marathon talks late on Thursday. The Kremlin insisted that to reach a peace deal, Kyiv must withdraw its troops from the areas in the east that Russia illegally annexed, but has not fully captured. Zelenskyy said that while Moscow wants Ukraine to abandon eastern regions of the country, Kyiv has not budged from its position that territorial integrity must be upheld. These are two fundamentally different positions, Ukraine's and Russia's. The Americans are trying to find a compromise, Zelenskyy said, adding that all sides must be ready for compromise. More than 1,300 apartment buildings in the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv, were still without heating following Russia's missile and drone attacks on Saturday. According to Mayor Vitaly Klitschko, over the past week alone, Russia launched more than 1,700 attack drones, at least 1,380 guided aerial bombs, and 69 missiles on Ukraine, mainly targeting the energy sector, critical infrastructure, and residential buildings, according to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. The Ukrainian leader told reporters during a visit to Lithuania that the continuing Russian attacks make it necessary for Ukraine to acquire more air defenses, even while the country negotiates a ceasefire deal with Moscow. In Russia, the governor of the border region of Belgorod said Ukrainian forces has launched a massive attack on its main town, damaging energy infrastructure, but causing no casualties. Zelenskyy told reporters in Lithuania that a U.S. document on security guarantees for Ukraine is 100% ready, and that Kyiv is waiting for a time and place for it to be signed. He also indicated that trilateral talks with Russia and the U.S. in Abu Dhabi over the weekend made some progress, saying, "In Abu Dhabi, the 20-point U.S. plan and problematic issues are being discussed. There were many problematic issues, but now there are fewer." Lithuanian President Gitanas Nausėda, after meeting Zelenskyy, said that Russia is avoiding committing to a lasting and just peace in Ukraine and is not accepting a ceasefire in the war. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Russia will never discuss anything with European Union foreign policy chief Kaja Kallas, and so Moscow will simply wait for her to leave her post. Pope Leo said in his weekly Angelus prayer at the Vatican that ongoing Russian attacks against Ukraine were leaving civilians in the country exposed to the cold of winter, and called for an end to the conflict. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un visited an art studio to guide the creation of sculptures to be displayed at a memorial for the estimated 6,000 North Korean troops who died fighting overseas, according to state media KCNA. Pyongyang deployed some 14,000 soldiers to fight alongside Russian troops in Ukraine, according to Western sources. France has detained the Indian captain of an oil tanker suspected of belonging to Russia's sanctions-busting shadow fleet, prosecutors said. Authorities said the vessel, named the Grinch, failed to fly a flag. It is now moored under guard near Marseille.
CB News, bringing you world news update. Thank you for watching.